Hi there! I'm Margaret with Print Ninja, and today I'm going to walk you through placing an order for your board game or tabletop game. Before we get started, there are a couple things you should know. First is that our minimum order quantity is 500 games, though some specialty components like plastic trays or custom dice do require higher quantities. Secondly, we can't produce prototypes of your game. Offset printing requires a lot of setup, so it just isn't cost effective for single copies. Now that that's out of the way, the first step to placing your order is to get a quote. There are two types of quotes we can provide. Budgetary quotes are the quickest and easiest way to get a ballpark estimate for your game. But they don't include all details, like custom dimensions, custom components, or some specialty features. For that, you'll need a production quote. Production quotes show you exactly what you're going to pay for your final order. These do require a lot of detail, so we can only provide them after reviewing your print-ready artwork. Now, most customers want to get an idea of costs before they get quite that far. So let's get started by taking a look at our budgetary calculator.
The first thing you'll see are categories of components that you can add to your game. Let's say that my game has a game board. First, I click on Game Board, and then fill out the details. The budgetary calculator doesn't include every possible size, so for now, I'll just pick the one that's closest to what I want. When I'm done, I type in a name for this component and click Add. Now, the world map that I just created can be found under your game components. Next, let's try adding a pawn. First, I'll click on Game Pieces, which is where I can see all of the standard stock pieces available. If I'm not really sure what I'm looking for just yet, I can use these Learn More links to do a bit more reading. I think the standard pawn is perfect for my game, so I'll click on that and then select a color. I only want one red pawn in each copy of my game, so I'll set the quantity to 1. Then I just finish adding my component like I did with my game board. I'm also going to need a box for my game. We can print some very customized packaging, but for the budgetary calculator, I'll just have to pick the closest standard options again. Once I finish adding all of my components, I'll select a shipping state and click Calculate. If you don't see your location listed, we can provide an estimate once you've saved your quote. But remember, we can only provide your final shipping costs based on a production quote. This looks like it'll be a great fit for my budget, so I'll just go ahead and save this. Let's say it takes me a couple months or so to finish all of my artwork. I'll just reply to the email with my budgetary quote to let Print Ninja know that I'm ready to proceed with a production quote. Once my account manager has all the information they need, they'll send me a final production quote in about 5 to 7 days. My new quote PDF will include links that I can use to pay for my order and upload all of my files. Or if my Kickstarter really takes off, my account manager can adjust my quantity or add on some special features first. All of the links I mentioned in this video can be found in the description below. Of course, if you still have questions, just let us know and we'll be happy to help.